Tonight, we're learning a Howell woman who took to Twitter to call out COVID misinformation at school board meetings will not be charged with cyberstalking.
However, the Livingston County Sheriff did investigate and was recommending charges. Jason Colthorpe live tonight with that story. Jason.
Yeah, good evening, guys. We should start by pointing out there are three women involved here. The woman who took to Twitter and the two women she singled out. One is a nurse, the other is a professor of nursing. Now, when all of this happened, remember, during these mandates and these meetings, everyone who was at odds was most often at odds politically on the opposite ends of the political spectrum. And that happens to be exactly the case here as well.
We know what we're talking about in healthcare. I know what I'm talking about in healthcare.
The vitriol on display at a few Brighton school board meetings last year spilled onto Twitter. Specifically, Casey Helton, there to observe, took offense to two nurses declaring the ineffectiveness of masks, claims with which most doctors and nurses disagree.
They were both presenting themselves as nurses and when they were giving their presentation. That to me is what was over the line. So that is why they did not have to do that. They could have said, speaking as parents, and if they would have said that, I probably wouldn't have done anything.
She also sought to tag the employers of the two women, which prompted a complaint and a call from a Livingston County Sheriff's deputy.
And then he informed me that I was going to be recommended for charges on this cyberstalking statute. And I thought at that point, my thought was that I was trying to be silenced.
I felt that when you start going after someone's livelihood, that is crossing the line, said Sheriff Mike Murphy in a statement. I had no idea who the focus of this investigation was until Casey Helton turned to social media. So to say this is politically motivated could not be further from the truth.
Sheriff Murphy said that he wanted to use my case as a test of some kind to see how he could further prosecute First Amendment issues. And I'm not a lab rat for First Amendment issues in the Sheriff's Department. I'm a human being.
Now, she says she found out from a friend, Helton did, who talked to the prosecutor that there were no charges coming. Obviously, I had some questions about the timeline of all of this, why no charges, what the prosecutor thought about this case being presented to their office. I put in 2 calls, left 2 messages with them today, got no call back. Also, I should point out the sheriff didn't want to add anything more to his statement that he had released. Back to you.
So that's where we are tonight. All right, Jason.